Good morning, guys. So today's Friday, so it is 3 days since Lilia had her Mag 3 done, and I've had the runaround with this urology department. I had the runaround with this urology department when we were in the hospital. They just kept like brushing us off, and they just didn't want to come and explain what was going on, and they just like made it seem like it wasn't a big deal. And in my mind, I was like, okay, she got a UTI that caused her to have or to get bacterial meningitis. Like, why are you just brushing this off? She's 4 weeks old at the time, or I guess she'd be like 5 weeks old. Like, why do you guys keep brushing us off? And I just didn't like it. But she was getting help, she was getting better, and they kept saying that we just have to address the problem, and then like the current problem, which is the infection, and then we could talk about like what caused it. But now Lilia is 4 months old, and we're about 10 or so weeks after being discharged. We were supposed to have the Mag 3 done 6 to 8 weeks. He didn't order it until like 10 or 11 weeks after we got discharged, which wasn't a big deal. I don't mind if that, like, I don't mind that, but finally got it done, and the people at the hospital told me that the results would be sent to the doctor, I almost said his name, I'm not gonna say his name, to the doctor that night at 6:30. So we should get the results Wednesday. He should call on Wednesday with the results, because they usually said that infants specifically, or they said pediatrics, specifically infants, usually have high priority when it comes to test results for them to be reviewed. And so that kind of scared me, that freaked me out a little bit. And then I called, they didn't call me on Wednesday, so I called Wednesday after lunch at like 3. The latest you can call them is 3:30. So I called them at 3, and I left a voicemail, and they called back, said the doctor hadn't reviewed them yet. So I called yesterday at the end of the business day, and they told me that he still had not reviewed them. And I got really frustrated at this point. I was like, I don't understand. Like, why is he not looking at our stuff? The hospital told me that, you know, her age takes priority. And it was just, overall, I just got really frustrated. I regret getting angry at the nurse, because I know it's not the nurse's fault, but at the same time, like, I felt like they just kept dismissing my daughter, and in my heart, I knew something was wrong, and I wanted answers, and I wanted someone to pay attention to that. And I actually called Monday to schedule an appointment for this week with Dr. I keep wanting to say his name, with the doctor. And, they didn't have anything open this week, so I had to schedule it for Tuesday, but they were going to try to schedule me for the same day or the next day, is what they told me when I called about the Mag 3 originally, like why it was taking so long to get that phone call to get it scheduled. The nurse I talked to on Monday told me that if I hadn't heard back by Friday morning to give her a call. So me calling Thursday at the end of business day is kind of the same thing to me, because the doctor is probably already not gonna make any more phone calls. So I called Thursday night, and they're like, well, ma'am, they're still Thursday. And I was like, so what's the difference between me calling right now when you're about to go home to see where the results are at, than me calling on Friday morning? So I eventually, like I said, I feel bad for getting angry at the nurses, but I felt like they just kept brushing us off and saying, oh, he's not in the office, he's doing this, he's doing that, he's doing this, he's doing that. And I'm like, okay, well, is he ever gonna make time for my daughter? Like, this is really making me angry. Yeah, it was making me angry. So they told me they were gonna send in like an emergency page, not like an emergency, like bad emergency, but like a page to be contacted like immediately with test results. And I'm glad I did, because the results came back pretty bad. I mean, to the point where he made it seem like it was really urgent to get it taken care of. And so like that makes me so angry that if I would not have like pushed them a little bit, I may have not known anything until Tuesday, which is fine because we're not doing anything till Tuesday anyways. But he may have not even reviewed them till Tuesday and wouldn't even know like if it was more urgent. Like, it's already urgent. She only has 21% function in her left kidney. The upper pole of her left kidney has 0 function at all. And she has reflux in both kidneys. Both of the little flaps that go from the ureters are from, like, so you have your kidneys, your ureter, or your ureters. Yeah, your ureters. and then your bladder. And then the bladder has like little flaps where the ureter meets, and those kind of help the backflow. Like think of it like a little flap that goes like this. And so it lets the urine out and then it closes so it can't go back up. Well, Lilia's don't function at all. So her urine can just go back up wherever it feels like going back up. So that has to be addressed as well. And he told me that every option we have is surgical. And I was like, okay, so I'm trying to get a little bit more answers. You know, I have to wait till Tuesday to get more answers now. So I was trying to get as many answers as I could. And I was like, okay, is that surgery like within the first year for life? Because sometimes they wait until after a year for surgery. And he was like, again, I'd rather discuss that in person. So for me, I feel like it's kind of like more of an urgent situation than not an urgent situation, considering half of her kidney is dead, not functioning. I don't know if that means it needs to be removed. They did tell me that if her kidney was dead, it would have to be removed because it's a cause for infection. He did say that she went from being like prone to infections to like being extremely prone to infections. But like I said, like it still left me with so many questions, and I get that he may want to wait till Tuesday to let me know all this, but at the same time, like, what if those results said that her kidney had 0% function and it was dying and it was rotting in her body without like telling me, and it was like continuously rotting in her body and not being addressed immediately. So me and Mauricio basically have agreed that if she needs long-term care with urology, which is what I'm assuming is going to happen, we will try to find her a different office. You know, there's one office in Gainesville, but I guess they're like partnered together. The same doctors work at the same office, so we won't go there. There's one in Alabama close to us, not close, but like 3 or 4 hours away. And then I guess there's a children's hospital in Jacksonville too, I'm sure of, that we could try. But yeah, I will travel anywhere to get quality care. Depending on how he treats us on Tuesday will be like a big factor for me on whether or not we continue to see him. But I just don't want him to continue brushing off my daughter like she's not important. Like, I get there's more urgent cases, right? You have kids that really need surgery and this and that, but at the same time, like, you should still make time to address maybe the not so urgent patients and make sure that they feel like they matter. And it's not like a one-time situation. Like, this happened when we were in the hospital, and it happened trying to schedule her MAG3, and it happened even trying to refill her prophylactic antibiotics. They kept brushing me off and like, oh, he has to call me back, he has to approve of it, and it took forever. And now with this, and I just was really fed up with it, and I wouldn't say I got angry or yelled or anything at the nurse, but I did get frustrated, and I was like, if she gets another infection, you guys are gonna, or the doctor, should I say, not like that person personally, the doctor's gonna take the heat for that because he's not addressing it as quickly as he needs to. Like, she had bacterial meningitis at 4 weeks old because of a UTI. Like, that doesn't put her in a high priority category. Like, not like the highest priority, but pretty high up there, you would think, because we almost lost her from it. Like, that's just crazy to me. But anyways, we will know more answers on Tuesday on whether what's going on, like treatment plan, I guess. I'm assuming it's gonna be surgery is what he said. But yeah, but anyways, we have to pick up the car today. It's done around the afternoon time, so we're probably just gonna pick it up after Mauricio gets off work. And it's all the way in Pensacola, so we have to, it's a pretty long drive with Lilia, so hopefully she's in a good mood. Last night she didn't sleep like at all. I think her teeth might be bugging her, I'm not sure. What, baby? She's playing on her mat right now, and her music turned off, so she's been down there for 30 minutes. So she's looking at me like, are you gonna turn it back on? Are you gonna pick me up? What are you gonna do? What are you doing? And she does have her owlet on, but that's usually because she takes a nap like an hour after she wakes up, so I just leave it on her. But she hasn't napped yet today. What are you doing, sweet girl? What are you doing? Hi. Put Lilia in the carrier for a little bit, trying to get her to go to sleep. This is actually a new carrier. I talked about it over on my Instagram. It's the Baby Bjorn. Like Baby Bjorn 1 or something like that. And I'm obsessed with it so far, but I'm gonna do like a review of it once I wear it a little bit better. But if you're interested, I will actually put it in a highlight on Instagram so you can actually see it if you go back and watch it. If you're watching this vlog like months later, there should be a highlight on my Instagram by then. But I'm about to drink one of my liquid IVs. I seriously love this stuff. Love this stuff. You guys want to work together? Want to work with me? Because I am obsessed. I buy this stuff all the time. I drink one every day. And it just makes me feel so much better and motivates me to drink more water. Some people say they're too salty, and actually I've tried almost every flavor, and this lemon lime one is the least salty for me, but I love the passion fruit, I think it is. That one I love, but it is extremely salty. This one I can actually use the how much water does it recommend you use? 16 ounces. For the passion fruit one, this is a 30-ounce cup, and I always have to like fill it up, chug some because it's super salty, and then fill it up some more because it's just really salty, which I don't mind. But yeah, if you don't like salty flavors, then the passion fruit one is like not the most one I recommended, but this lemon lime one is really not that bad. So I'm gonna drink this, and this cup is 16 ounces to the black line. So, but I usually fill it all the way up. They're usually in like the health and wellness section, like with like vitamins and supplements and stuff like that. They're not with the drink mixes, which is what I thought they were, where they were for the longest time, and I couldn't find them. And then once I figured out which aisle they're actually in, I started finding them. So if you're breastfeeding, or even if you struggle to drink enough water, I really recommend these because it goes from 1 glass of water to I believe 3 glasses of water. And it's just because of the electrolytes in it, and that's why it tastes kind of salty. But if you don't like it, you can literally chug it. I chug it sometimes because sometimes I'm just not in the mood to drink it, but other times like I'm perfectly fine drinking it like this. This one is not bad at all. I promise you, it's probably the least salty of them all. Good morning, guys. Well, it's actually like late afternoon, but I'm just now actually been doing a lot of stuff today, but I'm actually filming a separate video. This spare bedroom is going to be an office, so I've been cleaning that up, so that will be like a video within itself. But now that I'm done with that, I'm gonna get me and Lilia ready because we're gonna go take a dip in the pool. I think we want to do that, huh? It's not super sunny out. It is sunny, but not like extremely sunny. You guys can't see me there. So I'm hoping, can you see me here? I'm hoping she'll love it, even though she usually loves water. And Mauricio's actually cutting the grass, but he's almost done, so he should be done by the time I'm ready to go out there. So I have her swimmy suit, and I also, in the pool that we have here, I just use a reusable swim diaper. I don't mind these at all. I actually got them off Amazon for like 10 bucks. I'll link them down below. When we go out, usually it's just easier for me to use like the disposable swim diapers, which I will use in about 2 months. Lily is going to be taking swim lessons on base at 6 months old. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I have a really big fear of water. I just never learned properly how to swim growing up. They just always put floaties on me, and I never really learned and had the courage to swim without them. And I was kind of like made fun of it for it. So I want her to have skills to, look at her here, have skills to know how to swim and not rely on flotation devices. So we're gonna start that as soon as she's old enough, which is 6 months old, and she'll be in it until I feel confident that she knows how to swim properly. I don't care if it takes 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, she will be in swim lessons until she knows how to swim, because I didn't know how to swim for the longest time. And now that's why I'm freaked out by water, because I still don't have the courage to, or I don't have the confidence that I know how to swim. So, super important that she gets that done. Here you go. And dude, Oh, pool ready. Huh, you pool ready, baby. You're pool ready. Let's go.
She's back inside, all dressed up. She's a little tight clothes. Here she is.
Good morning, guys. It's actually the next day. I forgot to end the video yesterday, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will see you guys in our next one. Bye, guys.